Today is the 9th of October, 2024. Um, decided to take a break from evals today because of what happened yesterday. Just did some paper trading. Um, this was my plan. I wanted it to react with the city and come down and fully fill out this here, but that's not what happened today. You can sort of see this was really the only model that I got for shorting. So if I turn on executions, that's actually not what I did. Show? Yeah. So you can see I tried to short. There was a 15-second setup here that I tried to short. Sometimes I'll try this at open. And then there was also this short here. This one. After that, and then I tried this one too, which was gambling. So out of these three trades, really only one of them I should have taken. So really just this loss was really the only trade out of the three that was process and system focused. So I'm not very happy with that. Okay, let me write down the structure again. I already freaking forgot what I wrote yesterday. Recordings. Alright. Tell the story narrative of the previous day. Alright. Let's start with that. So, price consolidated. Let's find the 18 o'clock open. Right there. We got a small new day opening gap. Okay. Small new day opening gap. See, price sort of came down below. Consolidated. And then we got just a lot of chop till 9:30 open when we broke out of this sort of range. Now we got the higher lows, really. And we got a really strong reaction off of this. Now you can sort of see I anticipated the run up into the SIBI. To be honest, this should have been a long, if anything. Sort of using this inversion here. This IFVG. So maybe I anticipate the manipulation, you know, to continue up to here. Follow my plan like so. And this would have been a winning trade, but I'm not going to repeat that. So we came up, we made an inversion for value gap. We went up, we pushed all the buy side from earlier on in the day and went up to mitigate the SIBI. Now at 9:30 I expected a reversal. We did not get that. Today we just got a big old trend day and new all-time highs. I believe. Yeah, new all-time highs. New all-time highs. Wow, look at that. Okay, so this is really the only price action that I'm interested in. So we consolidated. We made a wick low. Came down, we purged the initial Asia's low here during London kill zone. Reacted straight up, swept Asia's high. So we had an Asia range for us to play out in London. And then we got London low of the day and continuation into New York. You can see we inverted this. We came back down. Turn on the executions temporarily. Okay. Came back down. We tested this 15-minute SIBI. Busy. Good reaction. And then we continue upwards to take out the buy side of the all-time high. And this looks like it probably happened in the 1150 macro. So we've got trend day up with really no options entry and then a very shallow pullback. Continuation to the PM session. New all-time highs on the day. So what was I expecting with my analysis? I think my analysis was logical. I anticipated the initial run-up. Did not anticipate the continuation to all-time highs. I did mention that I wasn't too sure. I had some uncertainty about this because it was all-time high conditions and the price just tends to run all this time. So let's go and have a look at my structure again from the other previous video. Looking at it on another one. So we told the story and now we review what I did. Back on the executions. So I already kind of did this. Well, you can sort of see I attempted a gamble here with a short. Did not follow my plan. Here, 15-second, okay, follow my plan a bit more. But still, I used a 15-second chart. Quite don't give a fuck about that. This is sort of the only trade that I'm happy that I took because I feel like it was really the only one that followed the process. This IFVG closed below and then I should have kept, but you know, this is really the main one. Here now, I took multiple candles. You could sort of see wick, wick, wick. So maybe there were some red flags, but there was no reason for me to trail my stop. There was no reason for me not to take this aside from the candle counting. Like, I mean, you know, you're kind of just pulling shit out of your ass for that one. IFVG, so this was a good loss to take. Maybe this IFVG continuation, because I anticipate the manipulation could have been a win, instead of trying to short it. Then we come to the 1050 to 11 macro. And then we come in inversion. Okay. Then we do an inversion. Fair value gap. We sweep out the slow. I'm sweeping the slow in the macro. This is what I would say is the best trade of the day. Something like this. Just to the high. The aim high. If you want, you could have held for the all-time high objective a runner, but I don't really care much for that crap. Like, you mean, seriously, do you want to sit here in front of the charts all day with like a 20% in position, or do you want to just cut it and go out and, I don't know, hang out with your girlfriend or something? I don't know. Like, I'd rather go and hang out with my girlfriend, between you and me, than fucking do this. Then you come up into the lunch, and you get a nice little 2022 model entry, optimal trade entry, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, short-term high, discount retracement, continuation up again. And it's just trend day conditions. So basically taking every single long setup that presents itself. Breaker, and then, you know, like every single long setup. Okay, I'm not very happy with what I did because I wasn't process focused. The only one I'm happy with was this. If I follow my process and my plan, these three trades would really be the only one I take. This one I don't count because I like to stop entering new trades after the 11:10 macro. I've heard it referred to as the last ditch macro. So I kind of covered the ideal behavior as well already, even though I was supposed to use replay mode. So now it's time to plan for the next day. So my plan with sort of structure these, I want to do a video on the weekend reviewing this and trying to improve my process so that I can stop making these mistakes. Because in the moment, my executions are bad, but I think my plans are fine. So when this was closed above, I would have known that, okay, what trend day conditions, I could start just looking for any old long setup. You get two, you get one, and then two. I mean, maybe I'll probably take this one. So as for planning for today, let's have a look at the daily chart and clear all the drawings off. Alright, so we've closed above previous day high. I want to grade the wicks here. upgrade this wick as well. And use these levels. Refer to these levels. Look at the hourly chart. Okay, so the first thing that I notice is that we've got this big old unmitigated bit here, which is the 9 AM candle. In discount. We also have this. So potentially, depending on, okay, now I want to check the news calendar too. Wait, let's check for X Factor. So we had FOMC meeting minutes yesterday, and we have tentative unemployment claims. That's when it's scheduled, and we have Fed Jerome speaking at 8:30. Now the tentative is like all this data isn't coming out because freaking government's shut down in the US. I really do not understand what these bozos are doing. Like, pull your freaking heads in. Your politics is not more important than people's lives. So, yeah. So I'm sort of just looking at an hourly. I have these levels to use. We have this tiny little BISI in here, confluent with CE of that wick that CE of the daily wick. And we also have this. So we have these three potential levels for pullback. I prefer the big one, to be honest. Like, I kind of had to swing to see these, which tells me they aren't very good. The only reason I'm sort of investigating them is because they are confluent. If it comes to this one, I think it's probably going to the big ones. Get rid of this one. So wicks into the big one are okay. I expect these levels to be utilized. So potentially, you know, some sort of bullshit, and then we get up again with low resistance liquidity. Engineered liquidity, whatever the hell you want to call it. Something like this would be nice, sort of today, in which case I don't really want to take a trade until it's in the zone. I will adapt if I see it just start going straight up. Potentially timing a low. This isn't timing, by the way. Low is going to probably be around here. Wait, what is today? Today's Thursday, so I guess here on an hourly chart. So it probably comes down a bit sharper. But we get this sometimes some sort of retest here, maybe timed with the economic data, Jerome Powell speaking. I don't know. I would like that. A return to this BISI with engineered liquidity above. And that. Oh, what I forgot to do today. I forgot to write down mistakes. Do some notes. So I had this one here. Farmer plus gamble. That was this one. Then we have this one, which is 15-second following plan. But it was 15 seconds. They have done this at half size. Well, not at all. Not at all is sort of what I'm leaning towards. And then I have this process following one here that I mentioned. This is not a mistake. This is what I did well. I followed my process. Did not follow my process. Did not follow my process. Follow my process. Cool. So that's that done. This is a bit unstructured today. I apologize. My forecast. So we run down into the hourly BISI from 9 AM. This low, I guess. Probably sell side below this low. Check on the hourly again. Yeah, that's exactly confluent. more or less confluent with that. Sell side liquidity and a big freaking busy on the low time frame and a big old busy in discount. So to summarize, liquidity in our bottom plus reversal, we run low resistance liquidity. So as for which model to use and how to run targets, I'd like, I'm sort of feeling like doing predicating stuff. So say it comes down to this busy, we're going to sort of forecasting the shoe, it comes down, get a reversal. Long's going to look something like just premium of this move. You know, that's like low hanging fruit. It's 2R. Very nice sort of idea. So, sort of, you know, get in, get out type deal. Like, there's my blue line forecast.